Hello, and welcome back to the Queen Rising podcast, where we talk about reclaiming your power, stepping into more confidence, and creating a life you don't need a vacation from. I'm your host, Misty. I'm an energy and alignment coach. I've been working with women since 2015. And today we're talking about something so many women struggle with, and that is shrinking yourself to make other people more comfortable. You know what I mean. You're dimming your light so other people are more comfortable. You're second guessing your voice. You are filtering yourself and or hiding away your accomplishments so that you don't seem like too much. Today, I want to help you unlock the confidence code. I want you to stop shrinking and learn how to start shining your own light. I am also a life path astrology reader, and I've done dozens of readings at this point. And what I've learned and what astrology has taught me is we all are so unique. We have unique strengths, we have unique gifts, we have a unique calling. Your calling is different than someone else's. And what I learned in my own journey is the more I shine my light, I give other people permission to shine theirs. So that may be just a reframe for you to know the more you shine, the more you allow yourself to be in the spotlight, to be seen, and to be heard, the more you give permission for someone else to do the same. So let's talk about why we shrink. So many women are walking through life half present, half embodied. They're half empowered. We say we want confidence, but deep down, we are really struggling with taking up space and don't want to be too much. Growing up, you're taught to be polite and nice, agreeable, easy to love. We're told confidence was cocky, ambition was selfish, and boundaries were mean. But here's the truth: you can't lead, love, or live a life of purpose when you're shrinking yourself. When you dim your light, you disconnect from yourself. You disconnect from your power. That's not humility or being humble. That's self abandonment. I remember constantly in my 20s, and even especially when I was married, I was always shrinking myself. In conversations, I would not speak up when I had something to say. I would not want to draw any attention to myself. I said yes when I really wanted to say no. I took on things that I should never have taken on, all in an effort to be more likable, to be more agreeable, so that I could be more accepted. But over time, that version of me could no longer handle it. I felt like I was suffocating myself. I was forcing myself in a box that I was never. And one thing I recognized before I filed for divorce was the more I shrank myself, the more I was giving other women permission to shrink themselves. But by stepping more into my power, I create permission slips for the women around me to also step into theirs. So, since my divorce, a lot of things have changed. How I'm moving through life is completely changed. I'm showing up different, not because I'm louder, but I'm more true to who I am. I started trusting my own energy, my intuition, and my body. And that's what I want for you. I want you to realize you don't need fixing. You just need permission to just be who you are. Let's decode what's really going on when we shrink ourselves. One, it usually comes down to these three core fears. One is the fear of judgment. We're worrying about what other people will think of us. Two is fear of rejection, losing love, approval, or belonging. And three is fear of failure, not wanting to look foolish or falling short. But here's a reframe for you. Every time you shrink yourself, you're making someone else's comfort more important than your calling. And the women who rise aren't rising because they have no fear. They're rising because they choose to move anyway. So, how do we shift from shrinking ourselves to shining our light? And before I go any further, before I forget, I want to remind you I do have a course called the Rise and Shine, and it is 6 modules, video modules with bonuses on how to tap into your own energy, step into more confidence, and shine your light. So, the first key is awareness. Just start noticing where you're shrinking yourself. Where are you dimming your light? Maybe it's your voice. Maybe you're filtering yourself. Maybe it's your ideas, your sensuality, or your goals. Oftentimes, this comes from childhood when we're taught or we pick up other people's feelings that were too much. Oh, your goals are too big, or oh, you dress too provocative, or you do something that's different from everyone else. So, where are you apologizing for existing? Awareness is everything. You can't change what you don't see. Now, the second thing is alignment. And this is about reconnecting to your truth. Confidence isn't about forcing boldness, it's about embodying your own truth. So, I want you to reflect, what would the most confident version of myself choose today? Maybe she sets the boundary. Maybe she says no. Maybe she wears the outfit she's been saving. Or maybe she finally says what she means. When you align your actions to your higher self and who you truly are, your confidence will rise. Because finally, you're not shrinking yourself and you're just being who you are. And the third key is action. Build evidence of your own power. I talk about this in the course and one of the modules. Confidence is built through micro actions, tiny moments of choosing yourself over and over again. When you act from truth, even when it's uncomfortable, you teach your nervous system what it feels like to be seen. So I want you to take one bold action towards the life of your dreams. Something that makes your heart race just a little bit. It's a little bit out of your comfort zone. But over time, your comfort zone will grow, and what felt impossible will now feel normal. So let's clear this up. Shining your light does not make you arrogant, it makes you authentic. Your light is someone else's medicine. When you shine, you give others the permission to do the same. And I want you to remember, your confidence isn't for show, it's service. Because a woman in her power lights up every room she walks into. So here's your journal prompt. I want you to reflect on, what is one way I've been shrinking myself, and how can I start shining? I want you to take one inspired action this week. And if you love this episode and you know of a friend that needs a little confidence boost, I want you to share this with her. And if you want to go deeper, I would love it if you join me in the Rise and Shine course. There's 6 video modules. I have worksheets. I have meditations, affirmations for you to start stepping into your highest version, how to become her.